This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington football team. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Green to bring it back. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Jeremy Chin. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Conner. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
A gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good.
Set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Green to bring it back. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Green on the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, right. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First down, Saints.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Smith catches left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. 10, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Saints nothing. Matt Prater set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Green to bring it back. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's got Burton here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 15.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Saints.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Screen pass to Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Now Carr again. And that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. His first carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints, nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st.
At the 31-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
19-yard line.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Carr to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Carr. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, New Orleans.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Completing it here to Marvin Jones.
Carr's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Carr going to go on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Williams. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Complete to
Mike Williams, 37 yards. And the Saints are back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 36 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes this Washington 21, Saints 7. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Shotgun now for Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, the pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Robert Foster as the first half is winding down. And Washington going to add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Good. Makes this Washington 28, Saints 7. Raiders set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Jackson. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Washington.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3s all around. Again, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is almost what I've heard referred to as a Big 12.
Big 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Conner. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Conner. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Conner. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. James Conner taking it in. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And Jackson throwing once more. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Saints 13. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Throwing on first down is Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing again. Carr. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Carr again. Being chased out left. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot.
The ball comes out, and does Washington have it? They do.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Jackson on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To throw is Jackson. Operating from the gun. That's Samuel. Caught left side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Jackson will throw again, rolling to his right, and that is incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll buy some time right. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 17 yards out. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. He'll get this to Connor underneath. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Oh, yeah!
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a 1st down. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
A loss of a yard on
now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 31, check 31. Jim, 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 Jim.
after the interception. Here's Jackson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Hines. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brought him down. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Saints' 35-yard line.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long. And